Greetings, family. Peace, love, and positive thinking. This is Guru. Thanks for visiting my channel. This vlog is about Jesse Williams, who asks cop why black students are arrested at such a high rate. Let's take you to the story. The actor Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy interviews a cop and asks him that very question. I'm going to take you to the video.
The thing about it is, as a school resource officer, you have to have a love and desire to work with youth.
So on your belt today, you have a gun. You have what? Some kind of mace. Same things you would have on the street.
Yes, we have the same equipment that the regular officer has that's on the streets. I don't use the taser or the spray, not on an elementary kid.
How do you determine what warrants handcuffs and arrests?
We're not going to be called unless it's a criminal violation. If you hear, okay, Johnny was doing this and that, and then you get into it and say, well, that's not a criminal violation, then you might say, hey, Johnny, you need to just calm down, you need to do what you got to do and move forward. 9 times out of 10, it's not a criminal violation. It's very seldom you see a child in elementary school getting a criminal charge.
Mike Hawkins is one of only 2 black officers on Chief Sturgis's force, and it's hard to see how the discipline policies that he describes could result in hundreds of arrests a year. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I just want to ask you just kind of about these numbers, because these are just school arrest numbers. I'm going to show you. These are the Southern Poverty Law Center numbers. Pinellas is 3rd in the state in disproportionately arresting black children. 3 times as many students are arrested for disorderly conduct in Pinellas than in Miami. Miami has 3 times the amount of students. That's pretty alarming. Is that fair to say? Does that sound to you like it's working or like it's not working?
Oh, that's alarming. Listen to the numbers.
Yeah.
It's not fair to hold me with a lot of that data.
Well, nobody's holding Officer Hawkins for all that data. We tried to talk to SROs, and they only gave us Officer Hawkins, which I find curious to begin with.
The question should have been to a supervisor who knows more about the stats. They failed to get to me. Stuff that you read to me,
Supervisors seem to want us to talk to you instead.
I can't answer why. But each agency has their own supervisor to watch and see what these officers are doing. And if they're not doing it, that's between them and their agency.
Everybody's passing the buck.
Do you think you're representative of the SRO community in this area?
I feel I'm a representative of myself. As a product of this neighborhood we're in right here. I grew up in here, okay? I went to Melrose Elementary. I'm from this neighborhood.
Right.
I'm going to continue to be in this neighborhood, and I'm going to do all I can. But I'm not going to be a token. I'm not here speaking as a token.
What would that mean?
That
would
means that I was picked because of the color of my skin to speak to y'all.
Interesting. He said it plainly. So, family, Jesse Williams is shining a light on how often black students are arrested compared to the non-black peers by investigating a school system in Florida. The activist and actor will explore the inequalities children face in Pinellas County, Florida, for an epic upcoming series, America Divided, according to Entertainment Tonight. In a teaser for the show, Williams interviews one of the 2 black school cops in the force, Mike Hawkins. Hawkins says that at school he carries the same weapons regular officers carry on the street, which is a gun, mace, and a taser. Quote, how do you determine what warrants handcuffs, arrests, warrant? Williams asks Hawkins. The officer responds that only criminal violations call for such action. Family, you heard the video yourself. I'm not going to repeat this here. It's redundant. So we're going to just go straight to the comments. So family, you saw the video just like I did. And the one thing that caught me was how you have the racial dynamics of Jesse Williams, who is biracial. He's black. He is definitely considered black. We know that he's leading in some of the causes for black Americans and black people in particular. But nonetheless, the racial dynamics of these 2 individuals, which was Jesse Williams, who is a light-skinned biracial African, and then you have the dark-skinned African also. And it just seemed like the dark-skinned brother was, or the police officer, I'll say at this point, I'm just going to say, I just wanted to point that out, but I'll just say this. the officer seemed like he was a little on the defensive side. I can understand why, because when he made the comment that they should be talking to the supervisors, which I get where he was coming from, is saying that you really should be talking to the people who makes those decisions about what you're asking. Yet they kept referring Jesse Williams to the brother. Why is that? Well, because white people didn't want to be held accountable. They instead wanted you to show a black man on TV and show that he's the token. He's our mouthpiece. He's Jimbo. You need to listen to Jimbo. Go over there and talk to Jimbo, because he's another black person who you're allowed to speak with. We don't want to talk to you, in other words. It's that white supremacy game that they play. It's that arrogance. Once again. Anyway, family, I just wanted to share this with you because I thought it was interesting. I didn't like it when I saw it, but when I saw that it was dealing with the inequalities of black students, and then compared to their non-black peers, and how we were disproportionately arrested, more so black students, this is by design. It is so by design. I'm so sick of white people constantly talking about black people's violence when we keep seeing that they're the ones being violent. It's hypocrisy right in our face, and they're not addressing it. And the reason why is because they're too busy trying to point their fingers at things that we do or things that we say. Or how about if we kneel because we're kneeling for a frickin' piece of cloth and all this BS. So, family, I just want to know what you think. Please leave a comment if you have something to say. Like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I really appreciate your time watching. Until next time, this is Guru. Peace, love, and positive thinking. I'm out.